All right, we are here live, Dragon Point in the Pines, 2025, in the middle of nowhere, East Texas. We ran into a friend of ours that has been on the show a few times as a guest, and saw him here, and we want to talk to Junior with Five Rings Financial about what he does and how he's helping people out there in the trucking world to set themselves up better for the future.
Thanks for the introduction. But yeah, Junior Cantu here, and grew up, 10 years old. I started driving a truck with Dad, and my entire life I grew up, watching that, doing that, and I didn't see Mom and Dad have any type of retirement plan or anything like that. So they basically, Dad worked till the day he died, and that's just something that I felt like I needed to do something different. So the rest of us that are in trucking, know that there's options for us. We work till the day we die, and guys, we don't have to do that anymore. There's policies out there that are safe, protected. Your money's guaranteed not to lose. And also, protection of assets. We do the life insurance, we living benefits. So, the new style of life insurance that doesn't require you to pass away to file a claim. So cancer, heart attack, stroke, 23 different triggers. You can file a claim and get a certain percentage of your policy up front. So, loss of income and all, it helps you cover all that. So that's just something that, I'm here just trying to help whoever needs the help. It's just a lot of people know that stuff like this exists for everybody, and it's just nobody asks questions, nobody ever talks about it,
Yeah, this is a very good point. And I think that, drivers, a lot of them are really, I hate to say it, they're really bad about planning for stuff like this, and it's not for a lack that they don't want to. It's just majority of them have never been taught. They don't understand the importance of things like life insurance. When I was a driver, one of the first things I got was life insurance. Sometimes I didn't have medical insurance, but I made sure I had life insurance. Protecting themselves for the future is a smart thing. So, what other things do you help them with, man? Besides the life insurance thing, to help get themselves set up for retirement. Do you do anything with that?
So yeah, of course we do retirement. So we do a lot of financial planning. Well, so like if you were to say, hey, can you sit down with me and see how you can help me? Sure, we sit down and we go through all your financing. We see, where you're mishandling money, where you're misspending money, and we kind of help you form a budget and form you a plan of action to get you where you want. Obviously you can't sit down and tell me, hey, I want $1 million in 20 years and I can only contribute $5 a month. Obviously it's going to take a little more than that, fellas. But the key is to get you started. And the biggest thing is that I've encountered is that people are afraid to invest because, you always have that fear of, oh, my money's in the market, I'm going to lose one day or another. Well, let me tell you something. There's something called an index account that never loses money. That's the guarantee that these billion-dollar corporations give you, that if you have $100,000 in there and the market were to ever tank, your $100,000 is still safe. Like worst case scenario, that year your money just wouldn't make no money. But yeah, of course we do all that. Yeah.
I love you brought up index funds. My dad, that's what he taught me and my siblings. He's like, you want to invest in yourself. Index funds are an extremely safe place to put your money. And and I've got all kinds of accounts. I got some index funds. I got a Roth IRA. I got a 401k through Schwab. And I move things around between the funds, to try to make sure that I diversify even more. So let me ask this. First question, or another question, is what do you think is the best time of someone's life to start investing? Like how early? Is it never too early? Or, hey, wait till you find your career? What do you think, Junior?
No, man, I'll be real honest with you. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. That's what Albert Einstein says. So I always tell people the younger you are, the better off, it is. So like my kids, for example, I started them. My little girl was 2. My little boy, he was barely going to turn a year old. And by age 50, 55, they'll be millionaires. And I'm only doing $125 a month.
Yeah.
Imagine doing more. What could that turn into? So the younger you are, obviously it's never too late. My average client's 54 years old, but I always tell like the younger crowd, hey, it doesn't hurt to start, when you're 18, 20, $100 a month. I mean, that'll go a long way in the long run.
What do you think one of the biggest misconceptions is that people have about investing? Do a lot of people think it happens really, really fast, like money's just going to explode, or do they have what is the biggest misconception, I guess?
And that's a great question. So the biggest misconception is, and I'm not going to say this can never happen. I mean, you could hit the right stock and be a millionaire overnight, but you can also invest a lot in the stock market and lose a lot. And that's like biggest fear that a lot of people have is they think that's the only place that you can invest is the stock market. And there's other options out there, just people are not aware of them. So that's kind of like a really big deal that we try to educate people and let them know that there's stuff out there available for everybody. You don't necessarily need to invest in the stock market if you don't want to.
Where can everyone find you, Junior? They want to come talk to you, ask you some questions about their future.
So I'm kind of a mobile agent. I work all over Texas and the surrounding states. You can find me on jrthefinancialguy.com. You can email me at jrthefinancialguy@gmail.com. Phone number is 979-332-7080, 7080. Yeah, look me up. I'm on TikTok, on Instagram, my Facebook page, Raul Cantu Jr. is my Facebook page. Yeah, I'm here to help. I mean, consultations are free, information is free, so please feel free to reach out and just ask questions.
Awesome. All right, before we let you go, we're gonna get this on camera, folks. We're gonna get this on camera. You promise us that when you're finished with what you're doing, and you know what I'm talking about, Spud sent me the picture that you let us get some footage of that stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to make the show. Well, I'm gonna be a vendor at the show at NRT in June, and I'm gonna try to get the truck in too. But yeah, I'm still in the trucking community. I don't think I'm ever really gonna get away from it 100%. I build trucks as a hobby, and I'm redoing my dad's 2000. You know, he passed away 4 years ago, sadly, and that's one thing that I told myself I was gonna, do. And sadly, I had a wreck that almost took my life. So this is part of another reason why I'm building that truck, is because I'm gonna end up driving it one day.
Love that. Man.
So that's kind of in the mix, and but yeah, this financial stuff, it's really good. It's been good, and I like helping people. I want to give people the hope that there's light at the end of the tunnel. You don't have to work till the day you die.
I see you can use that truck as a promotional tool. You can see, when you do work with me, this is what you're able to do as a hobby. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. Junior, hey brother, we really appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much. Y'all make sure you go follow Junior. He gave out his phone number. Give him a call. Get some advice, at the very least, from this man, and help set yourself and your family up for a good future and a good retirement. We're out. Dragon Pulling in the Pines. Peace.